Okay.
It's a very, very good.
I think I've mentioned it in here before. Called FBI.
Yeah, I looked it up. It's still on.
I think
I
it's,
haven't watched it yet.
and I think they actually do it FB and then EYE because she sees.
Right.
She has a keen eye to lip read.
Yeah, that was exactly right.
They say that when one sense goes out, your other senses are improved,
It's used by the other senses.
and you exercise the other senses more purposely, right? And so, because she was raised deaf in the movie, she was born deaf, but she was able to, and the actor herself is a real deaf actor, and but she uses her voice. She knows how to speak. Now, when you hear a deaf person talk, you know they're deaf. I was at a loan.
They can't hear clear. Our speech is
Well,
dependent on what we hear.
yeah, so their speech, they have a lot of airy sounds,
Guttural, yeah.
and so I was at a loan office, and I heard the lady in front of me talking. I walked in and I sat down. I don't know if I sat down, but the lady in front of me, she was talking with the person, not using signs,
Right.
just talking. But I was like, no, she's deaf. Or at least she's been, like, maybe she has the cochlear ear plant that now she could talk. I was like, but that's a deaf voice. So I waited till they were done talking, and I asked her, I said, are you deaf? And but I think she had the implant. And so I think she was born deaf, and I was like, yeah.
Do so much now. I know that I was under a pastor for years, and he lost his hearing, like in his 40s. Lost his hearing. And it got severe enough, they had to give him a dog because he was at home one day alone. They needed him.
But he couldn't hear.
Couldn't hear them knocking or anything. And so they got the dog for him. He even came to church and just waited underneath. But then, and he did get the cochlear. He did get the implant for several years that they took it out, and he could even hear music correctly. Which he didn't expect. They didn't think that the music would come across right.
Yeah.
It did. It's amazing what they can do.
Yeah, it's those implants are really good. Hi, Danielle. How are you? Good, good.
I would be better if Frank was here, but hey,
It's okay.
we're all learning how to live
You-
with our choices.
You know who we do have here tonight?
We're people.
We have the infamous
Well, I must say Jimmy, but
Daniel Brossett.
he's not even here, Jimmy.
He's around here somewhere. And then the infamous Paul Work. I do expect him to come around the corner. They are both on the vicinity. So,
So we should take a trip.
Paul Work hurt himself earlier playing football with the kids, so he might be moving a little slower.
Okay, you home. We understand it, okay? No, I know, right?
All right, all right, all right. We'll go ahead and open with a word of prayer. Hey, David, go ahead and knock on Brother Paul's door. David, go knock on Brother Paul's door, please, and just let him know we're getting started.
And tell him he got them the way back.
Don't tell him that. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time together. Pray that we can help honor and glorify you as we learn this language, that we might use it to be a witness and a testimony to somebody else. We thank you. We love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right, so there's a bunch on the board today. I'm going to try to go over all of it. And so I'm going to talk fast. I talk fast, you listen fast, as the old adage says. Yes,
How
ma'am.
about you this one?
You got a question already?
This is for you from last week.
No. All right.
Hey, I wasn't here. I didn't even watch your video.
We didn't go live last week.
So, you should.
All right. So, how long does it take to knock David? You don't have to stay there and hang out with him.
I'm about to just take your thoughts.
We're going to get into some good stuff tonight. There's a bunch of it, so I had to write small. So here we are. We don't have to worry about, oh, hello. How are you? Good, good. Welcome, welcome. We're just getting started. All we've done is the opening prayer. And, okay, that's fine, that's fine. So what we have here is, there's no coffee because Paul Work was the only one that was consistently getting coffee, and I said he could get coffee at the house if he wanted coffee. So if you want coffee, you could get coffee from my house too.
Fine.
But there's a Keurig egg there. We're going to go over real stuff today. You're going to miss out. This is what's going to make you learn.
My coffee is more important.
All right. So what you don't have to worry about are the names here. Those are the kids that are in our children's Sunday school class. And you don't have to worry about these words over here unless you want to know what these are. I know what some of these are sign-wise, not all of them. But these are what the Sunday school kids are learning about. But what we're going over today is everything else. So I want to go over it just kind of fast, but then give you guys time at the end to review and kind of go over it. So first thing off, when it comes to negatives, in other words, using the word not, I don't have time. The negative don't or do not. So the term's not. Welcome, Serenity. You're just like your father. Fashionably late. Just kidding. You have more fashion than I do. So, example, I don't remember the girl. That's in English. I don't remember the girl. The word not, it comes in one of two places. It comes either at the end of the sentence. So in sign language, you would sign I remember, girl, not. And then you could do the I, because that's what we do, right? So I remember, girl, not I. That means I don't remember the girl. Or it could go before the verb. So I not, and this is not. Take your thumb, come underneath your chin. So I not remember, girl, I. Either one are fine. And so it's either at the end of the sentence, I remember girl not, or before the verb, I not remember the girl. So that's one way. Howdy, howdy. No, you're good. You're good. So that's one way to talk about negatives. Negative, positive, I don't have versus I do have, right? Negative is, again, comes at the end of the sentence or before the verb, right? The other way to connotate the not, hello, come on in, come on in. I wrote small because there's a bunch on there, but I wanted to go over a bunch here today. So if you can't see it, I apologize. We will have time to come up and remember the girl. You could say, I remember girl not, or you could say, I not remember girl. So either way are fine. Then when it comes to the words no, want, and like, how many of you remember the word for the sign for no? Do it. Go ahead, do it. Not no as in N-O, no as in K-N-O-W.
Like that.
Like that. So no, so this, yeah. This is to know. This is to know because it's, again, it's kind of like the possessive. That's how I remember it. So, because this is to think, it's in your brain, but to know is it's possessive. You have it, right? So I have is possessive. So that's to know. The words know, want, and like, to signify the negative of those three terms, you just turn your hand away. So this is I know, but if somebody asks you a question and you go like that, it means I know not. I don't know. Yeah, it's not in my mind anymore. How many of you remember the word for want, or the sign, I should say, for want? Yep, want. So this is to want something. To not want something, you would just push away. To say, no, I don't want it. You keep it, because you're just twisting your hands out, saying, no, I don't want it. So don't get confused with finish. It's not finish, but it's because this is want. You just say, you'd simply go, no, I don't want. You put your hands away from you. The word like, how many of you remember the word like, or the sign for like? She's got it. Yep. Like. Yeah, that you were. So what you did, looked like different, but because this is the same, is to bring them together because parallel lines are the same. Parallel lines have so much in common. It's a shame they'll never meet. So, so, so what you signed was different because here's the same, but you're different. But like is like this. So if you don't like something, you just twist it away. It's like you're throwing it away. So those are the words to say I know not, I want not, I like not. You just twist your hand away from those signs. And then the third one is by the shaking of your head, body language. So to say I'm not reading the book, you would sign I read book I. If I didn't shake my head yes or no, then if I just sign I read or I read book I'm telling you I'm reading a book. But if I shake my head, say I read book, means I did not read the book. So to be a negative connotation, there's the three ways you could do it. You could use the word not, you can twist your hand away, or you can shake your head no by signing the exact phrase that you're actually saying. I like the food. You tell somebody, they invite you over, and they ask you, did you like the food? And you just say, I like the food, but you don't do any body language, they're going to think you liked it. But if you say, I like food, and shake your head no while you're doing it, that's connotating, no, I did not like the food. So those are the negatives. That's how you would respond with a negative answer, right? Then, to be verbs. How many of you know what the to be verbs are in English? Test your English out. Of all the people, I'd have put you at the bottom of the list to know that, just because you're not in school.
I would actually write.
Yeah, to be verbs are is, are, am. Those are to be verbs. Sign language, we don't use those. Now, you ask, are there signs for them? Sure. The word for the is with the T, and you go like that. That's the. It's not a verb, but that's the. Is, it's like this. Is. And, you're going to go like this. And. Are. A lot of the to be verbs are like is, are. But, and, I think, is actually with your thumb. But we don't use those in sign language for most of the time. You could say the. That a lot of people will use the, especially at the title of something. I don't know. You don't even see it very often. You can if you're singling something out. But anyways, to say I am fine, you just sign I fine. I fine. You forget. You just wipe out the am. You are tired. You just say you tired. You don't have to say you are. And then where is Joe? Saying where is Joe. For now, we'll just say Joe like that. That's the sign name for now. You just say where Joe, right? So you don't have to say the to be verbs. Test. Who wants to volunteer? All right, you'll do the first one. All right. So, how would you sign with this being the understanding that we don't say the to be verbs? Welcome, welcome. Without saying the to be verbs, how would you say it is raining? That's raining, right? So, you don't have to say it, you don't have to say is. So, there's several different ways you could say that. Basic, you could say it's raining. If you just say raining, then that's the most basic way you could say that. The other way is if you signify timing, you could say now raining, or you could say raining now, or you could, if it's raining right now. So it is raining, again, because in sign language, they don't have suffixes like we do that determine the timing of a sentence. So if we see a word like the word rain, if I put ing, it means it's present tense. If I put ed after rain, it would be past tense, right? And so sign language doesn't have the tenses per word. They have time signifiers that we'll go over in just a moment, but though they just have the word for rain. And so raining is raining. It's raining. Or raining now, or today raining. All of those are a way to say it is raining. But the most simplified is exactly what she did. Raining. Exactly. All right. Who wants to go second? I need a volunteer.
I'll try.
All right.
The only thing is, okay.
The flower is growing. How would you sign that? So let's break it down. Do we have to use the word the? No. So let's cross that out. 1 second. What's the sign for flower? What do you do with flowers? You smell them. So flowers like this. With an R, if you just do an R hand like that, that's rose. I don't know all the other flowers. Smell? Just to smell something, like something smells bad. Like, eek. What's her name again? I forgot. Isabella. Your feet smell bad. Hey, I might look like a Grinch to some, but did you get a drawing in honor of you?
No, I don't need it.
Which one of the kids did that one?
Isabella.
Cool.
That's supposed to be a monkey.
No, it's a little.
It looks just like you.
No, it's a puppy holding a heart, and it's Stitch,
Oh, Stitch.
which is a puppy
No,
alien.
Stitch is an alien.
All right.
I don't know that.
So the word for flower, like that. So you would say flower. Then, do we have to say the word is? Nope. So erase that. So then you did the right sign for growing. So to say the flower is growing, you just sign flower growing. So, for instance, for Christmas, this is Christmas. For Christmas, my wife told my sister that my wife wanted fake flowers because my wife can't grow real flowers.
I'm in that.
They will die later. You are dead. So anyways, you would just say flower growing. And then, all right, so you got growing and you threw in the is, which don't do that. So flower growing. Simplify. All right, I need a third person who's going to volunteer to test. Daniela. Is it Danielle or Daniela? With an A. I always forget. Miss Daniela, how do you remember the sign? Or let's break it down. The train is late. Do we have to sign the word the? Nope. So erase that. Do you remember the sign for train? Yeah. Train. Do you have to say the word is? Nope. So the train is late. Do you remember the sign for late? So no, that's close. The other way. Late. Yeah, that's past. But this is late, or not yet. So you just say train late. So that's the refresher on the to be verbs. Just break it down. You don't have to say them. It is raining. You just say raining. Now, technically, the sign for it is this with your pinky. It. That's it. You can use it. I don't use it very often, but I do use it. So it. But you don't have to say it raining, just raining. So that's the to be verbs. You don't have to use the is, am, are, were, was. That leads into the time classifiers or signifiers. I think they're classifiers. Vocabulary. The word for now. Who remembers the word for now? So now. Yep.
The surfer thing?
Yeah. So palms up is now. On the TV, well, there's 3 TVs in this room. Somebody says, which TV? I could say that TV. Right? And so if I point at something with this hand, that TV, that clock back there, like you could point at something directionally with the word that, but if you just go like this, like you tell the kids or you tell a dog, you're leaving the house, and you can tell the dog, stay, right? That's the sign for stay. And so, anyways, or that. But now is palm. That's why it's important. Palms up. That's now. Then to say today, now and today are interchangeable. You could use now, or now day is how you sign today. And so for the vocabulary, now or today, that's meaning present tense. It's happening now. That's going to be my next question. Just kidding. I'm good. You're good. Did you say the coffee is ready? Oh. Oh, okay. Anyone want coffee? Anybody want hot tea?
Who won $1 million top ticket?
She said, no, thank you. All right. Well, we got one more coffee. Was it for Paul or for Daniel? All right. Fight for which one gets it now. The other one gets it later. No. Oh, I don't know if you could have too much caffeine.
I was up at 5 a.m. I need it.
Coffee.
Do I wait or?
No, go ahead. It's right there on the green table.
Black coffee is the best in our.
So present tense is now and today. That's present tense. It's happening right now. And then, do you guys remember the sign for yesterday? We didn't go over it we did go over it one time, but yeah, no. Yesterday is going like this and going backwards. Yesterday. So that's yesterday. And then tomorrow, how many of you remember the sign for tomorrow? Close. So you're coming off your cheek. Yeah. Not to be confused with girl. But girl tomorrow. Girl tomorrow. To a person learning sign language, they maybe look the same. All right. Don't argue. Yesterday is with the Y hand going, because the Y stands for yesterday, or Y. That's the Y hand, right? So yesterday, and then tomorrow, you're just coming off your cheek like that, and it's similar to like next week. We come and just it's future tense, coming forward. Now you could also say the word will. That's will. Just will, because you're talking about will is a future tense. It will come to pass. It will happen. So you're talking about in the future. That's also like long, distant future. You can go like this and rotate and show like, man, it's far in the future. But will is just as simple like that. To be willing, you would start off like that, but you come down with an open hand. Or willing. So a lot of people say, well, Lord willing. Now, today, yesterday, tomorrow, you can use the word will. Future, you can do an F for future. But those are all time classifiers. And so when we look at, like it is raining, you say, well, yesterday rained. Yesterday snowed. And I hope rain today. Right? So you just, I should have said today I hope rain. Right? Because you always put time first. That's on wheels. So that's how you would tell the difference between present tense, past tense, present tense, and future tense. Is you would set the time. Once you set the time, in a conversation, there's no need to set the time again until it's time to change the timing, the sense of what you're talking about. And so if I say tomorrow, let's plan on biking together, swimming together, and playing baseball together, you don't have to say tomorrow plan on swimming, tomorrow plan on biking, tomorrow. You just simply just say tomorrow, and then you list what you want to do. And so that's the timing vocabulary there. We did that. Let me see. The word true, just a quick reminder, to say I am sick, I need a volunteer. All right, Brother Daniel. Throw something at you. Do we have a volunteer? How would you say I am sick?
I'm sick, right? You drop that, no?
Exactly, I sick. So I, then sick. Sick. So that's hurt, right? So so to the word true is the word really to what's the word I'm looking for? Exaggerate, yes. I think I have that word written down over here too.
Or emphasize?
Emphasize, that's the word I was looking for. If you want to emphasize something, you could say true. So I true sick means I'm really sick. Like anytime a man gets a cold, men are really sick.
They're like babies.
Women, they can get sick, but not be really sick. But they can still function sick. Men, we can't function sick.
You know, they're babies.
At least not without Dayquil. Dayquil, I will be an advertisement for Dayquil for free because of what Dayquil has done for me. No, all right, let's move on. I didn't know that the active ingredient in Dayquil was Tylenol. I didn't know that. And I was getting sick, and I took Dayquil. And it was like, I could tell you what time it was because I'd be like ready to run a marathon, and then it'd start wearing off. And I'm like, man, I know it's been 4 hours. And I could tell you what time of day it was based on how I felt. And I knew at least every 4 hours. And I fell in love with Dayquil. And then I got married, and my wife was like, well, here's some Tylenol. I was like, I don't need Tylenol, I need Dayquil. And she looks at me and she goes, you don't know, do you? I'm like, no, what do you mean? She's like, it's the same thing. I was like, what? So Dayquil has a few more ingredients. Tylenol's probably safer, if you could say Tylenol is safe. Anyways, moving on. When you're saying simple subjects or simple sentence, object. And so I was meant to have an example with that. I wrote page 30 for a reason. Yeah, oh yeah, here it is, down here. So, down here, I have a book. Right? Did I look at that right? I don't want to give you guys the wrong example. Oh, yeah, no. Subject is I. I, and then verb, have. So who remembers have? Exactly, have. Have. So I have, and then you don't say a. You don't say I have a or I have one. Now, if you're talking numbers-wise, like my brother has a library in his house that he's building up, and he's really proud of his library. He loves books, and it's something he's just now starting to actually not just collect, but keep and put on display. My brother, in like first grade, had read more chapter books than like the fifth graders did in his school. Got an award up there. He's been a reader all his life. But just recently, because he joined the military, they moved. He didn't collect the books because he was always moving, all that. But now he's buying a house. He's got a wife and a kid. And he bought these bookshelves, and so now he's very proud of his library, and he could say, I have 153 books. Very particular. He knows exactly how many he has, right? Because he's collecting them now. So if you just say I have a book or I have the book, you don't have to say a or one unless you're specifically determining the number of things. But I have a book. That's how you would say it. Subject, verb, object. Subject is I, verb is have, then object is book. Need, book, right? Need, this is need, but it's also should. Because if you needed to do it, then you should have done it. So need and should are the same word. So this is would. Again, this will, but it's I would. Could be. Then, but need and should are the same. Who needs the bathroom? When they get back on the road, 10 minutes after the rest stop, kid goes, I need the bathroom. You say, well, you should have gone already.
Your kid's going.
But
Or just something else.
anyways, yeah, we'll practice that in a minute. That's why that's down there. I don't even know what she just said. I just adjectives can.
Normie, I've been on bandit.
So adjectives can go before or after the noun. I was looking in my grammar book, and almost word for word, I wrote that down because we were talking about. I bought a new or red. I have a red car, and we talked about a lot of strict ASL will say I have car red. But it is still right, and I got it from the grammar book, that it is still actually considered correct to say I have red car or I have car red. Both right. So don't fret about that. If you know, oh, where was I supposed to put it? Don't worry about that. The adjectives. Colors go before any other adjective. So don't say new red car. Say red new car if you're going to do that. Colors take precedence over any other adjectives. WH questions. Who, what, when, where, how, why. Those ones. They may come at the beginning, the end, or both. But if you want to emphasize a question, put it at the end. So, past night, you eat not. Why? So, okay, going back, this combined them. The word not is at the very end. Past night, you eat not. Why? You can emphasize, because you're emphasizing the question why. Why didn't you eat? Or you can say past night, because again, time comes first in the sentence structure. So last night, why you not eat? So it could come at the beginning, at the end, or both. I wouldn't necessarily say past night, why you not eat? Why? But if you really wanted to emphasize, why didn't you do this? Then you could. And that's how you would really emphasize that, is by putting it at the both, but mainly at the end. Yes, ma'am?
When you say last, like I did last night,
Well, you're not going to have a night tonight?
I don't know.
No, that's last night. Because I get that wrong all the time.
All right.
If you're in a list,
Where all of this fell?
last night, the last night of our sign language class, the last night is next week. And we are planning to have snacks and a celebration.
I'll buy you a cake.
That's true. So, past night, you eat not, why? Or look, past night, why you not eat? They can go at the beginning or the end. And so again, grammar, you can get away with a lot. With T, want, which. This is which. Because it's like you're given two options. You want this one, you want this one. Which one? So you could say just simply, what do you want, coffee or tea? Right, that's how we would say it in English. Or flip it, you could say coffee, we have coffee and tea, which one do you want? So you could say coffee, tea, you dip in the tea bag. So coffee, tea, want which? You could say that. The want which came last. Or you could put it at the beginning of the sentence and say want which, and then give the examples, coffee, tea. So beginning or end, don't fret. As long as you get all the signs in there, you're fine. So that's the example of the questions. And then, let's see.
Did the second first make it the visual? 'Cause I think when you said the picture, that kind of made like more sense to me.
Sure.
Picture, you know what I mean?
Right.
I was thinking of coffee and tea and then
I would sign it. So real quick, so that I don't get copyright laws against me. Everything up on the board, all of these examples come straight from 2 books. From this one here, which I've showed you guys before, the ABC, the basic course in American Sign Language. They're coming from this book, and then I've also learned that the American Sign Language phrase book by Lou Font, this one here, doesn't just have phrases in it, but actually has grammatical teaching to the phrases that they're giving. And so I'm not sure which one came from which, but I know everything on the board is coming from directly, almost word for word, with one of these 2 books. Now, I'm with you. I would say coffee or tea to first, and then want which, so that the picture is in my mind. I know what we're talking about. And so one of the ways you could say that too is you have 2 options. You can go like this, do 1 or 2. 1 is coffee, 2 is tea. So there's different ways to say it, but just in basic, I would agree with you. I would say coffee, tea. You want which one? If I'm thinking that way, if I'm purposely thinking, how do I think in sign language? In casual conversation, I'm going to say, do you want coffee or tea? Because that's how I talk in English. So I'm just going to look at them and say, I'm not even going to say which. I'm going to say, you want coffee? And then you could say or. You could spell out or, O-R. But I would even, if I was just talking without trying to be grammatically correct, I would say, want coffee or tea? That's how I would have done it. So, but either way, you could ask at the beginning. So now we're there. Gone over this. Just because it's on the board. There's a series I've mentioned before. The main character, it's a family-friendly, investigative. It's about this lady, the deaf lady who joins the FBI, and she joins the FBI.
Thomas,
Yeah, Sue Thomas is her name.
it's a good show, it's kid-friendly, I love it.
Yeah, I don't think there's a single cuss word in it. The whole show is about a deaf lady who got really good at lip reading, but also learned to use her voice, and got her license and could drive. She had a goal in life to work for the FBI, and so she went to apply, and they were dismissing her because she was deaf, and they're like, no, we don't need you, we don't need you, we don't need you. And then she happened to lip read a conversation of a couple and how one couple was cheating on the other one. And so she told the friend, it found out that exactly what she said was true. So the lady went back to her and was like, can you help me with this case? So off the record, she helped her with the case, won the case, and they're like, how did you do this? And they're like, oh, yeah, with this lady, Sue Thomas here. And they were like, oh, the lady we were trying to not hire? Yeah, let's hire her. Yeah. And then that's all I've seen. I've seen half of the pilot episodes. My family has seen more than me, but
That is important to have that narrative.
somebody gifted it to me when I was learning sign language, the whole entire, whole 5 seasons or something, and I was all excited. Watched the pilot is 2 episodes long. I watched the first one, and then I was taking an EMT class. I was coaching cross country and track and substituting and working on a ranch, and I had absolutely zero time. So while I was also taking a semester in Old Testament survey or major prophets at a Bible college online, I had zero time. So while I was in class, whether it was EMT or Bible college, my kids were watching the next episodes without me. Jerks. But it's FBI, EYE, because she's really good with her eyes, because she lip read, and that's kind of where that comes from. Anyways, moving back over here. We looked at this. Oh, these are just example sentences I wanted to go over once I got over everything else. So we've gone over it. Is there any questions on anything we've covered tonight or even in the class prior? Yes, sir.
What's the word for sick again?
Sick? Sick. Touch your head and your stomach.
Finger with the middle.
Yeah, your feeling finger. Your middle finger is called your feeling finger. And sometimes you might see people just do it with one hand. If they're signing with one hand, they're going to use their head for the sick instead of their stomach. Most of the time, at least in the illustrations, they'll use the head. But I use 2 hands for sick because most often when you're sick, you feel it in your head and your stomach. So that's where that sign comes from. Any questions? All right. So with that, we have a few minutes left, and so I need a volunteer. All right, David, you could stand up. Stand up, but stay where you are. Sign the sentence, I am tired. That's my. So what is I? Singular. I. Do you have to say the word am? Okay, so what is tired? When you're tired, you just want to, right?
What do you do
So.
when you're tired? You look like the hunchback guy or something.
No. But that's just emphasizing tired. You can, and just emphasize you're really tired. But tired is like this because your whole energy level is just down, right? So kids, youth, this is youth coming up, upwards. Because going downwards, that's clothes, because you're displaying your clothes. But up, that's youth. Why? Because youth are full of energy. But as you get older, you get more tired, and your energy levels drop. So that's what that is. So, David, say, I'm tired. I am tired. I tired. Good job. All right. Who wants to sign, she is tired? All right. Danielle, how would you say she is tired? Talk about Charity.
Oh, wow.
Charity is the she.
I never felt it.
She, tired. Now, technically, yeah, exactly. I was going to say exactly. Technically, what would we do? She, tired, she. And so I didn't have David do it. I forgot. You can say I, tired, I. You can say I, tired. People are going to understand. But she is tired. Just point she, tired. We'll get to you in a moment. Marty, say I am mad. Say I. Go up, yeah. Because your emotions have boiled over. I'm mad. All right. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I normally do. I'm mad. Because you're raging, you know, when you talk about being mad or raging, you boil over. And so that's where that comes from. I'm mad, and make a grouchy face. So just your normal face. That's fine. You're good. I love you. All right. Now we're going to get into possessives. Remember we went over this a couple weeks ago. Who's going to say she is my sister? All right. I forgot your name again. Melanie. She, my sister. And then point at her again one more time. Yeah. So she, my sister, she. Yep. In fact, I should have had my mother-in-law. She was supposed to be here. I don't know why she didn't come.
Maybe she didn't want to see you.
Oh, she's coming to class right now. She's going to be y'all's tester. All right. She is my grandma. Serenity. Pretend like Grandma Debbie just walked in. Get excited. How would you tell the class that she is your grandma?
You got a very.
Look, pretend like she's at the back of the class.
I'll pretend to be.
You know what? Pause on that. Think about it. Because I just invited her over here, so wait till she comes. We'll actually have you say that one. All right. Now, going back, that's why that line was there. Going back, these are just examples. We already did I have a book, I need a book. So when you're just talking simple sentence structures, you can just replace these words here with any verb that's there. So, for instance, Miss Rand, do you remember the sign forget, or did you forget? It's been swiped. Yes. So how would you say I forgot book? Forgot book, and then you could also say I at the end. So I forgot book I, right? So then we'll go down. I remembered the book. Like who has the book in class today, right? So how would you say I have, or I remembered my book? So bring it from your brain and show it back on the paper. So I remembered book I. Yep. Now, if you wanted to say my book, you can throw in, I remembered my book. That, and then you could say I again if you want. Again, technically, yes, but for understanding, no. I like. Let's change the word book. Let's say.
Chocolate.
Danielle, say I like chocolate. So just one finger. I like
I remember how to say chocolate.
chocolate. I. Now you missed. She did it wrong. She's supposed to say, I real like chocolate. No, she did it good. All right. Let's see. Because we're changing this word and the first word and the second word. So I know, Brother Paul, I know say, I know a guy. Yeah, I know a guy. I know. Now, if you're talking about, like, I know a guy, you can say one guy. Because if you're talking about, like, hey, I'm looking for a job. And I know 3 guys that are looking to hire. Say, hey, I know 3 guys wanting to hire. I don't know the sign for hire. I'll just spell it out. But, yeah, no, I know a guy. There you go. All right. David, I want an airplane. I want an airplane. No, that's okay. The I airplane. Are you a pilot?
Yeah, I'd say one.
I pilot? I fly? You like to fly across the country? Is that what you're saying? No, but remember, so subject, verb, object. What is your verb? You skipped the verb. You need a I what? I said want. I want. How do you say want? I want airplane. There you go. He has an RC airplane, and it crashed and broke today. So that's where that example comes from. We did have already. So read. Well, read. Let's say, who remembers newspaper? I'll let Charity do this one because I don't know vocabulary. You already started it. Go say, I read the newspaper. I read newspaper. I. Yep. I go like this, read, but if you notice, she went like this because how do we read? Left to right, and then down. So this is read one time, but she was showing newspaper. I. So again, this is just a practice because especially when you're learning, you're meeting deaf people, you're using sign language, you're going to stick to the most basic sentences. So I'm trying to give you examples of the basic sentences. I lost a key. I lost my key. Say, I lost my keys.
I lost my phone.
So I lost. Who knows the word lost?
Well, I know that forget, if you do this, is that the way?
So lost is
Everybody,
lost.
applause.
It's lost.
Finally here.
All right. Grandma, stay right there. So, and then lost my key. He pulled up his key. All right, Serenity. How would you say that is your grandma? Or she is your grandma? She, my grandma, she. Good job. She did it. All right, Grandma, come here. This is, everybody, this is my wonderful,
Yes.
beautiful, best mother-in-law in the entire
I
world.
had to pay him to say that.
Tomorrow, no, not tomorrow.
Yes.
No, today's Monday?
Yes.
Yeah, so not tomorrow, but in 2 days, her birthday. So Wednesday is my mom's birthday. So to sing happy birthday, this is what you would do. Y'all sing with me. Go happy birthday, then to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. And then her sign name is
No.
this.
Where's Debbie?
She's always on the move. Everybody's asking where she
Where's
is.
Debbie?
So you'd say dear, like she's dear to us. You'd say dear, because that's love, right? Dear Debbie, happy birthday to you. Yay! Now she started signing God bless you because that's how we do it at our church. We sing God bless you on YouTube. We don't get the YouTube canceled because of copyright laws singing a song. I don't understand it. But at the church, we sing happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, and then happy birthday, God bless you, happy birthday to you. Yay! Anyways, no, so we have just a few minutes left, and I want each of them to sign anything we've covered in class. From the very beginning.
I am very rusty. You guys are probably doing way more sounding.
It's not that she's rusty, it's that she's old.
Don't let her.
See? The money back. The money back.
So it could say anything we've covered in class from day one, with no context. Sometimes it's hard to understand what you're talking about, but try to make it complicated.
Oh, and I have to understand it.
And
Yep, this is
yes,
what- okay.
and if she's able to understand,
Mhm, me too.
Is that right? Yes.
Milk, yep, you like coffee with milk
he said,
and milk.
he said, I like coffee and milk. So milk is just
And
this.
you don't have to say and, right?
Yeah, you don't have to say and.
You can say, I like coffee,
You could say with milk. With is coming together. Your two hands together. Two A hands coming together. That's with. All right. Good job. All right. Who wants to be second? All right. Real life example. I love this shirt, by the way. Oh.
Okay, I need a car. Can you say it again? I need a car.
Right.
Drive. Okay, I need to drive. To the store.
She signed the right sign.
Like I said, I'm not doing 4
No, close. Do the next word. She'll get it in context.
for my family. I need milk.
So that's because
Because, okay,
I need to drive to the store.
okay, see, and I sign it like this because.
Okay.
So she threw me off doing it like.
Oh, okay. So that say I signed that forget. I would have said forget.
Well, forget. I don't know. I guess I can use. Okay.
Yeah. Either way. Yeah.
I
Well,
really got the gist of it. I was getting
yeah.
the
So
gist
she
of
understood. Like I need to go to the store. I need to drive to the store because my.
Okay.
Oh. Yep, that's right. We just sang it to you.
See, I'm used to doing birthday too. I know both ways.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, exactly. So she's thinking birthday.
You can do it either way.
Again,
And so, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Notice he runs. Yeah, you notice he runs because I have a big stick. Where is my
so,
birthday is this week. Oh, the same, right?
No, not
Same.
today, but this week too.
This week too,
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
Thursday. Is it Thursday like that? Or?
Thursday. Yeah, some do that. I would have done with an H.
Oh, Thursday.
Now she learned sign language. She learned sign language on a different part of the country though, and so some of the signs may not just be because of old and young, but it may be geographical. Yeah.
Yes, because we learned a lot of sign language in Ohio, and then we moved to Florida, and we're signing away to the people, and it's totally different. But you have to switch to what they're used to.
All right, Miss Rianne, did you go yet?
No.
She was. She doesn't like to drive, and especially places she doesn't know or in big cities. So she meets up with us. My wife had a doctor's appointment because of pregnancy. Well, so she's going to follow me.
I forgot to get on to you about that.
So she's following me, and all I did was leave the parking lot from the parking lot, the first stop sign. I made one turn, and in that little distance, another vehicle got between us. Well, then I pull up, and there's a roundabout, and I love roundabouts.
Oh, yes, he loved that roundabout.
So I went around the roundabout, and I was already coming back.
See, and I don't know where he's going to get off of this roundabout at, because I don't know where I'm at.
And instead of waiting and watching me, she enters it. And so instead of me, and all I had to do was get on it and head right. There was no need to circle. I just like roundabouts. And there's nobody else around. Because the other car...
I'm supposed to follow him. Okay, so we're going to turn this into an argument.
So I went around the circle. So she finally catches up, gets into the circle. But now I'm behind. Well, then I'm like, okay, well, instead of just taking my right exit, I was about to get off, and my wife was like, go slow. And my wife was trying to tell me, go slow until she catches up so that we could take the same exit. I heard my wife say, just go again.
And I'm thinking, what are you doing?
And so instead of taking my exit, I go back on it. But now by this time,
I'm me, and I'm in front, and I don't know where I'm going. I'm thinking, what?
now at this time, 2 more vehicles were coming onto the roundabout. And she about comes to a complete stop. I'm like, you don't do that on a roundabout. No, that's the whole point. And so she finally gets up and goes, and she does another circle. So I pull up, and then I pull off on the side of the road for her to finish going her circle twice when neither one of us needed to go in the circle at all. Anyways, you don't like driving. She doesn't either, and that's what I put her through today. And then I got to 75 miles per hour, hit cruise, and I lost her, so I had to slow down. But she understands. All right, Miss Danielle, have you said a story yet? All right.
I have a story to that one, too. Your speedometer's wrong.
It's a 30-year-old van. Marty hasn't.
Oh, see, now look at that.
She learned from the best.
She says I'm...
Oh, that's another. I forgot this word. I don't know if we've gone over it, but I thought it'd be a very good word that you sign in getting to know somebody. So the word "from" is like this. From. So that I don't know why I thought of that just now. One of you said "from." Oh, she learned it from me. Yes, ma'am. You have to. Oh, it's 6:03. Okay. Well, you have a good night, and we'll see you next week. It'll be our last class, and we'll have refreshments, Little Debbie's. I'm going to keep that comment to myself.
Little dick.
I'm not there yet, there you
Yeah, it's possible. I'm sorry. You're good.
Class finished.
So it's class.
Class. So circling, that's any type of group. So like with an F, it's family. With a C, it's class. If you do it with the G, it's group. It's just signifying something that's together. So class, and then class would be finished is what he's trying to say. Has David told you something?
Yep.
All right, David. Yep, he did it right. No. All right. All right. All right. Now, for the final. That was part one of the test. Part two, it is 6 of 4. I'll let you guys go here in just a second. I want you to tell the class something and see if they can get it. Go one word at a time. Go one sign at a time. And you could say something like, I'm your favorite. You could say something like, I'm your favorite. I'm the best. I got to see what she's signing.
Oh, no.
Oh.
You can say it when you hear the words.
Understand. What?
I'm trying to think how serious it is that thing, some of these. Yeah, I don't know if you're teaching, that's old.
B, French.
B.
Yeah.
Do you all see what she has to put up with?
That's what I was gonna say, but you can't really sign it that way. I wouldn't understand that.
Okay, you don't understand.
But I could say that.
Yes, they could understand fully
Oh, please.
how happy your life
Oh, brother.
must be.
I'm sorry.
I pretend a lot when I'm with him. Not really, not really. This is all kidding. This is kidding.
Yeah. So you curve seat, that's joking.
That's all.
Yeah,
joking.
kidding.
We're fine till we get home.
If we had time, I'd show you a video. Go to my YouTube channel. Go to my YouTube channel. Go to my videos and click on the one that says, I told this to my mother-in-law today. It's about a 45-second video. It's the greatest video you'll ever see.
It's so honorable tonight.
In the video, you have to understand if you go and watch it.
I'm gonna go tell Ashley that you.
I'm talking to my wife.
Run your mother-in-law down.
She's standing here, and my wife is here. And I start talking to my wife with her in the presence. And I have to think, if I remember correctly, I said, what do you call a cow with one leg? I was looking at my wife.
You are a pastor and
No.
telling lies.
No, I'm not. So I had my video camera, and it's me and her in the background. But I'm facing the camera, but I'm as if I'm talking to my wife. And no, I may have been talking directly to you. And I asked, what do you call a cow with 3 legs? The answer is lean beef. I said, a cow with 4 legs is a cow. A cow with 3 legs is lean beef. A cow with a cow with no legs is ground beef. And then I said, what do you call a cow with 2 legs?
Your mother-in-law.
Oh no.
No, I wasn't his mother-in-law then, was I?
Yeah, yeah, you were.
Was I?
Yeah, you were.
It was right
And I said, what do you call a cow with 2 legs?
I have such a sweet timeline. That I can't think of anything ugly, any of these son-in-law jokes, you know? And so I'm going on Google and trying to figure something out there. So if y'all find something, I need some, I need lots of animals, as you can see.
All right. Class is finished. Next week, I do plan on having snacks, cookies, and just a fun time. And so it won't be a real class. It'll just be snacks and review and questions. Yeah. And yeah, that's a good idea. We might do that.
Okay, you're gonna have fun with that. I won't be for everything. I gotta do my
But here's the catch. Here's the catch. It's not just to come and have cookies. I'm really trying to have my deaf friend Ramona with us, and so I was trying to reach out to her and see if I can't confirm that. And so I'm really striving to get a deaf person here, so that you could conversate with the deaf and ask them questions, ask her questions about what it's like being deaf, because she was born deaf. She can use her voice a little bit.
Really good too, because she's really easy to understand, and she's very patient with you and teaches you if you're not finding something right. She's super.
Yeah, and she, in fact, she raised her daughter. Well, yeah, she raised her daughter over in Pecos, and so she's not unfamiliar to this area. She also has 3 friends in Las Vegas. So my goal, I'm really striving to get her to come up and then see if she can get any of her deaf friends in the area to come as well. So I'm hoping to have like a little meet and greet with the deaf. That's the whole point of the class next week. And so have conversation, practice, ask them questions, clarifications, and that's the point of next week's class. So I think I have everybody on a group chat, and I'll wasn't no yeah we'll cover it, the between my family and the church, we'll cover it. Unless now if you want something, just let me know. Yeah. Yeah, no, we'll cover it. It's our gift to you guys. And so yeah, with that, let's close in prayer and we'll be dismissed. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the time that we have tonight. Thank you for my mother-in-law being able to be here and help with the class. And Lord, I just pray that you'd help us to learn these things again for the purpose of witnessing and ministering to the deaf. And so, Lord, we just thank you and we praise you. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Class dismissed. I always close my eyes when I'm praying with the deaf. If I'm signing.
Oh yeah, if you're the, I mean the people that are listening to it.
Oh yeah, most of the time I pray in sign language, but sometimes I have to slow down, so I don't. Anyways,
Well, nice to meet all of you guys.
have a good evening.